Hey look, I'm finally playing this game, and yes, I do understand it's snobbish to be fashionably late to a party, but I'm just better than you that way. I thought this was supposed to be the FromSoftware magnum opus. Like, you remember, this is more than the Souls games for which they made their reputation. So can somebody please explain to me why it's already going backwards? I mean, before, here evidenced by the tangentially related offshoot that was nonetheless the best of the From catalog. Next to the one with the cool robots.
Time to fly, 621.
We used to get really kick-ass Dark Fantasy cinematics to kickstart the game. But what is ostensibly the biggest, most hyped production? This is just looking at concept art.
Of the Elden Ring.
I mean, it's good concept art, but this is just lining up JPEGs and doing a film fade in Adobe Premiere. I can do this. Hire me, I need the money.
You found strength. A war. Oh.
What I can't do, and what I'm not entirely sure was money well spent, was on the voiceover guy, who seems to be really overcompensating for the fact that there's very little animation by being weirdly into his narration.
Oh. The ever-brilliant gold mask. Oh. 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 Gideon Othniel. Whom grace would again bless. Oh.
What the hell is this? The controls are, as always, needlessly finicky and complicated. And you still can't pause if you need to take a shit. You're all idiots. This is how I usually end up playing these games. My biggest bugbear being, at the end of the day, not the professed difficulty of this series. I've been playing action games longer than you've been alive, unswallowed sperm of the 2010s.
Objection!
Take this. And this. And, you know, if we were playing that lawyer game, this is about the time the kick-ass music starts and the idiot prosecutor gets a heart attack. But rather, if I tended to get lost easily without the use of a horse, the addition of one isn't going to help things any.
Of her kind is sure to seek.
Actually, I'm just looking for where the f I'm actually supposed to be going. Was I reading that, or did the ghost talk to me but only in subtitles? There's a reason why the world has moved on from sharpened bits of metal. I can't even pick up this arrow again. It's right there. No stars. What? How did I miss? I had lock on. No stars. Let's see how that guy's doing against this very ordinary enemy. You guys lied to me. You said katana drawing is easy mode. Fuck, I wasted that last arrow. Shut up. Shut up. What I generally feel is this game and Modern Souls in general has more in common with a Dark Fantasy take on Zelda than it does the likes of Devil May Cry, Monster Hunter, Ninja Gaiden, or any other actual action game it's often compared to.
No shame in it. There is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless.
But I'm a girl already, so because the onus is more on exploration and puzzling out the environment than it is on the combat.
To Castle Stormvale,
No, wait, I'm not done talking.
if you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless.
So I had to become a lesbian? Did that sheep just turn into a wheel and roll away from me? Anyway, and also on looting, crafting materials, but not in an exploding pinata manner. And basically, all you're really missing are some dungeon puzzles and a boomerang to complete the comparison. Which, while not actually a bad thing, and certainly worthy of experiencing if for nothing else than the novelty value, does wear on the mind of those afflicted by short attention span and obsessive-compulsive disorder to know I'm at least making some progress and that the game might very well kindly tell me every now and then, huh? What the f is all of this stuff? Get out of here, eh? Are you my government-assigned wife? Can I send for a replacement with 2 working eyes?
They serve the 2 fingers.
Makes sense. 1 pink, 1 stink. Am I right, fellas?
I can play the role of maiden.
What makes you think I'm not a virgin? I'm not, but what makes you think you're better than me? What the f is the point of this? Does the game crash if you just say no?
I bequeath to you this ring.
Knowledge.
See, this is why I maintain the Souls Ring series is by far From's less attractive output, because there's no real guiding principle of gameplay upon which all the other aspects are based. Like, if I get stuck on a boss, I'm never really sure if it's because I'm not doing math right, or if I need to build a warrior, or if I made a mistake by picking a wizard, because the game holds some kind of grudge against intellectuals, whereas you always know where you stand with the other better offerings. With robots, bolt more missiles onto your crotch. With ninjas, play Dance Dance Revolution. It's just simpler that way. Like, if I didn't have a guide on hand, how the f would I even know what this is used for? Or the fact that you should pretty much exhaust every available dialogue option with sad NPCs until they either tell you to f off or bribe you with items you would have never gotten otherwise to f off.
But I don't have your courage.
So what you're saying is I should use a guide. Look, I'm making this guy spread out his legs. What a whore.
There is something for which I must apologize. I've acted the finger maiden, yet can offer no guidance.
Holy shit, what the f is that? Blatant false advertising. Now how am I going to finish the game because I'm not a f***ing virgin either? See, my first instinct with any game that allows it is to grind like a motherfucker for a week until I'm massively overpowered for whatever follows. I used to play World of Warcraft. It doesn't bother me in the least. So, a game that straddles the uncomfortable middle ground between stats kinda matter but not really, and gear kinda matters but not really, and dodge rolls kinda matter but you still need the stats, just confuses those of us without a doctorate from MIT. You know what? I am gonna find a guide. Hold on. Where the f am I? I don't know where this is. A rogue AI on the internet told me to go this way. You didn't get to see it, but I killed an endangered species and I got a dozen levels worth of experience for it, and now I can go back to playing the game, I guess. Also, the robot told me this is a really good spot to grind for experience. That sort of matters, but not really. Also, that same robot says even after going through all that to make yourself more powerful, you're a f***ing chump if you fight fair. So, what the f*** was even the point? Yes, you are a chump if you try to fight fair. Okay, you know what? We'll keep going when I can be asked.